Welcome to our podcast, ladies and gentlemen. Gachagua is in court today, seeking for justice about his impeachment. It is obvious that there are only two outcomes into this case. Rigathi either wins this case or he loses it once more. And I tell you, I've been listening keenly following the proceedings. Lawyers are tabling their arguments. The legal team, the team that is comprising the Rigathi Gachagua, I tell you, ladies and gentlemen, it will be a big surprise to the nation. Rigathi Gachagua is going to win this case. Mark the day, mark this date. Rigathi Gachagua is going to win this case. With this team of lawyers, the Kina Elias, I've just been going through the team comprising the Rigathi Gachagua lawyers, and they're people with great mind. They're people who have won tangible cases in the country. The Kina Willis Otieno, the Kina Elisha Ogoya, Julie Omwamba, Ndewa Njiru, and many more. I tell you, Rigathi is going to win the case. But that is not the point of our argument, ladies and gentlemen. Rigathi winning the case means that he's going to be a political contender. And this will definitely reshape and changes the politics of the country. Ladies and gentlemen, before I continue showing you how this is going to change the politics of the nation, kindly, if you're watching us for the first time, take a minute of your time, subscribe to our podcast, click the notification bell so that whenever we make these videos, YouTube will automatically notify you. And for those who have been watching and not yet subscribed, it is my humble plea to kindly do so. By doing the same, you directly support the podcast. I'm just doing the 500 subscription challenge. Please be part of that challenge. Now, ladies and gentlemen, Rigathi winning this case is the reason for this podcast. I want us to reason together, argue, bring our thoughts. It is so obvious that when Rigathi Gachagua wins the case, it's going to be a political contender. That is where we begin our argument. In the opposition camps, the key figures, the three key figures in that opposition camp, Kalonzo Musyoka, Rigathi Gachagua, and Fred Matiang'i, all these key allies play different role. Yes, they play different role. And allow me to say, how I wish, from where I stand, how I wish Rigathi Gachagua maintain whatever he has been doing. Rigathi Gachagua has grown to a position of making kings. Yes, he has grown to a position of making king. And that he has really played this. And when he wins this particular case, it is obvious, politics is about self-interest first. It is obvious that Rigathi Gachagua will want to be in the ballot. And nothing less, Rigathi Gachagua will want to be the president. And if you ask me, I tell you that is not the very best way to kick President William Ruto out of this government. If we have one agenda to make President William Ruto a one-term president, then it's not going to be the best choice when we see Rigathi Gachagua in the ballot. Why am I saying this? There is this tag that Rigathi Gachagua is carrying, and it's a dangerous one, if you ask me. The tribal tag. Rigathi Gachagua is a man that has been marked to be playing the tribal politics. It is true, we are not going to deny this. Rigathi Gachagua today has a very great influence in the politics of this country. And the greater influence lies on Mount Kenya, the Kikuyu nation. This is where he carries the huge influence in his politics. Now, course, for you to become the president of a country, Moso Kenya, you need to go beyond your tribe. You need to go beyond your tribe and reach other tribes. And that is the headache that Rigathi Gachagua will have. Now, trying to imagine a case where there will be a negotiation, Rigathi Gachagua trying to convince the two, Kalonzo Musyoka and Fred Matiang'i, to give him a chance. I really don't think Kalonzo will take that. Considering the age, considering how many times Kalonzo have been stepping down. The other time when he was running with he was in the team of the late former Prime Minister Raila Amolo Odinga. It is the time for Kalonzo Musyoka. Yes. And the main reason why I ruled Rigathi Gachagua out, it is true that we'll garner votes in Mount Kenya, but he needs other votes. For Kalonzo, it is so easy for Mount Kenya to vote Kalonzo. And it is obvious that Kalonzo will have a block in his tribe. And Kalonzo is a man that finds it so easy. It is so easy for other tribe like Luos, Western people to vote for Kalonzo. He's a man that has that sympathy vote, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, because the number of times Kalonzo have been there really makes him to have that sympathy votes. Yes, and we do appreciate the fact that Rigathi is a great mobilizer in this particular, in this particular team. We've seen how many times the huge political rally Rigathi Gachagua is able to pull. But now, when it goes to the ballot, that's where the problem comes. That is where the problem comes, ladies and gentlemen. And my take is, let Rigathi Gachagua be the godfather of these people. Let Rigathi Gachagua fund them. Yes, let Rigathi Gachagua mobilize the team. Yes. It is high time, and it is something that you will agree with me, ladies and gentlemen, that today there is that narrative that have been created that, the Kikuyu nation, they have served, and this other tribe have a feeling that it is their time, it is their chance to represent and to lead the country. Yes, that is the argument that Mkamba atakuwa anakuja nayo. That's the same argument that the Kisi guy will come with. And I tell you, Rigathi Gachagua should maintain his position. Asiende kwa debe, iyo atapoteza. Asiende kwa debe. Let Rigathi Gachagua remain to play the politics behind the scene. Let him support Kalonzo. Let him support Kina Fred Matiang'i. Let the Linda Mwananchi team join this vehicle. I tell you, Ruto will be a one-term president. Asubuhi na mapema. It will go very early in the morning, ladies and gentlemen.